Rolling with the triple C, I'ma make him bend the knee. Rolling with the triple C, don't really count the heat.
Whoa! Yeah. And then after you do that, when you do the right hand, the last right hand, right? Boom. That's the last punch. Do the right hand, left hook too. That was beautiful. Left hook. Rep it. So you put rip it with everything you got. I don't care if you're tired, everything you got. Oh. Working.
Ooh. Uncle Mike ain't playing, man. Wow. That's right. That we just watched a little clip of, Mike training Uncle Mike. That's right. Iron Mike Tyson, the youngest heavyweight champion of all time. Even till this day, it's a trip. But watching him train a guy like Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou, he does have power, so that does fit the style of somebody like Mike Tyson. I think the biggest questions that I have for a guy like Francis Ngannou with, training with a guy like Mike Tyson, you're gonna go. I don't know if I want to say it's 10 rounds that's scheduled. If I'm in Mike Tyson's shoes, if I'm his coach, I'm thinking you got to be more tactical. A lot of the combinations would be good, but I don't think Tyson Fury is gonna let in Francis Ngannou like that. So I'm not sure if they're kind of putting that into consideration, because Francis Ngannou, he does get close and he's more of a hook guy. He's more of a kind of like a hook, straight punches. But I think and also a thing that could make him dangerous is working with Mike, actually going to the body, as we just saw, boom, 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 and then coming up with that left hook. I think that's one thing that we do have to consideration is, will Francis Ngannou be able to get inside of somebody who's very agile like Tyson Fury? Is he going to have the ability to actually get in there? Or is the old Francis Ngannou is going to just go in there and pretty much just swing and see if he can land a haymaker? Because boxing is different. Even if Francis Ngannou does catch him with 10-ounce gloves or 12-ounce gloves for the heavyweight, and I know it changes a little bit, how much power would that be able to actually put him out? And I think the biggest thing is, because I've had a chance to train with Mike, and I picked up a lot of things with Mike that I actually use today, as Mike does a really good job of covering distance with his actual movement. Like, he'll smoke hands and boom, it's almost like his head becomes his compass. Like his Mike Tyson's literally, his head is what steers his whole body. And this is why a lot of people, even till this day, they don't got body work like Mike Tyson, is because of that simple principle. His head follows everything. If Francis Ngannou does not get that concept of what Mike's doing, he could be in trouble. And it's almost like you want to give the best chances to the guy that you're training. And the other questions that I have is, I think you bring in the tactical sense. I think the other plan, I think you should have 2 game plans. I think game plan 1 is maybe go for broke. Game plan 2, rope-a-dope. Get Tyson Fury to come in to eventually maybe catch an overhand, catch an uppercut, throw power in the pocket. Why do I say that? Because boxing and mixed martial arts are 2 different things, man. They really are. And you have to respect the art and the sport of what boxing actually is. But like I said, I go back and I remember training with Mike, because I not only have I done instructional videos with him, actually training with Mike, but actually sitting there literally talking about boxing, watching boxing fights. And I think the biggest philosophy that Mike really brings to it, it's all about movement. Does Francis Ngannou have that same movement? Can he be taught within months how to move like somebody like Mike? That's the biggest question mark that I have. Is it doable? Does Mike Tyson have the influence to be able to do that? But there's one thing that I will say with a guy like Mike Tyson, is he's bringing confidence to him. And when a fighter actually has confidence, he's dangerous. He is super, super dangerous. Will he be able to bring that in with 10-ounce gloves? Will Mike Tyson be in his corner? Will Mike Tyson have enough time to bring that influence? I tell you what, guys, if this fight was with was with if they're with actual UFC gloves with 4-ounce gloves, God, I would almost go Francis Ngannou. But just a simple fact, if Francis Ngannou doesn't tactically get ready and actually set traps, or if he doesn't go for broke, like this fight's gonna hurt. This guy's, I mean, Tyson Fury's been doing this his whole life. The speed is different, the power is different, the movement is different. He's actually a lot taller than Francis Ngannou. I want to say Tyson Fury is maybe like, I think 6'6" or 6'7". I want to say Francis Ngannou is about 6'4". So there's a size difference. You know, in the UFC, Francis Ngannou was a king. Nobody towered Francis Ngannou physically and actually through height. But now the game changes. So how is it that Francis Ngannou is going to come in that first round, and could he make adjustments in that second? Because that first round is going to tell you a lot. I would say he's probably going to go for broke in the first. Nothing happens in the first. He's probably going to go back to the second and maybe start rope-a-doping and look for that one-hitter quitter. So that's the position that we're at now, and I think for Tyson's legacy too. I think the storyline of the guy that was named by Mike Tyson, Tyson Fury, you know, his father named him after Mike Tyson. This man now is training Francis Ngannou. So I want to know what the whole theory with that is, because that's a trip. You imagine somebody like honoring and naming your kid after a legend like Mike Tyson, and you build a relationship with them. Because I know they have a relationship. You know, I remember being there, and you know, Tyson Fury would FaceTime Mike Tyson. You know, but I think it's I want to say that the Furies, like, they get the game. They get the game. They love the storyline. I think I just think it's perfect. And let's say for whatever reason Francis Ngannou does win. I mean, guys, that would be the biggest upset in combat sports history, because Francis Ngannou is going up against the best heavyweight right now, the current best heavyweight right now. His name is Tyson Fury. You know, with Anthony Joshua taking losses, with with Usyk having, you know, that body punch that he supposedly got hit in the groin and decided to take a knee, and you know what I'm saying, like with little things like that, barely winning. Right now, the guy that has shown more dominance than everybody, with Andy Ruiz losing as well, his name is Tyson Fury. So if Francis Ngannou is able to get the teaching and he's able to make those adjustments, go for broke in the beginning, or bring in that tactical sense, then that's the only way I see Francis Ngannou winning. But if that's not it, then you know what, guys? Flip a coin.